morning, everybody. I'm Carissa. We're going to do some Pilates today. For props, I have a yoga block, and if you don't have the yoga block, no problem. You could also use just like a bigger book. So I'm going to give you a moment to grab those items. We're going to be doing a kind of beginner's intermediate style class today, but it is open to all levels. I'll provide lots of modifications. All right, so make sure you have either your block or your book. If you don't have either, that's fine too. You don't really need it, but it just jazzes up the exercises a little bit more. And then let's get started. We're gonna lay down on our back to start. I want you to make sure that you have that block or book close by. We're gonna have our feet hip-width distance apart, parallel, heels in line with your knees and your sit bones. Reach your arms forward and then begin to roll yourself back. Take that block with me. All right, the back of the head will rest down. Scoot a little forward. All right. So we're gonna warm ourselves up with just doing a couple pelvic tucks and tilts, so some pelvic rocking. Right now, where your lower back and pelvis are in space, it's called neutral. There's enough space behind your lower back to comfortably fit a blueberry without squishing it. We're gonna take a nice full inhale, and I want you to think about pulling your bottom rib down towards the top of your hips. So you're trying to kind of find that rib to hip connection by really tightening up the core muscles, but keeping the spine stable. Arms are down, shoulders are out of the ears. Again, we're trying to find that core connection, so pulling the belly down and then up towards the ribs a little bit. Take a nice full inhale, and then as you exhale, I want you to tuck your tail underneath you and imprint your lower back, your sacrum onto that mat. And then I want you to inhale and let that go. And then I want you to exhale and go into a tilt. So you're gonna let your lower back arc as you tilt your hips away from you. And then inhale back to center, neutral. And let's do that one more time. Exhale to that little tuck under, pulling the belly in and out. Inhale, let it go. Exhale to arc the spine. And then inhale to let it go. All right, so now we're gonna take our block and we're going to float our legs up into tabletop. So belly pulls in. We're trying to keep the spine nice and still here. Left leg goes up into that tabletop. Right leg goes up into that tabletop, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Take that little block. Let's bring the legs together. And then put the block of the book right up against your thighs, so your quadriceps, right? So now we're going to take our hands right across from the thighs. We want the block to be pretty level here. And then I want you to really focus on pulling your belly in and up without changing the shape of your back. So if you need to go into an imprinted spine here, that's totally okay. Otherwise, try to maintain a nice neutral. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to push your hands towards your legs and your legs towards your hands. So we're really just kind of squeezing in that block, and we're just gonna hold. Now pull your belly down and back and breathe. This is an isometric core exercise. We're just engaging and holding, and we're gonna be here for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5, keep breathing, 4, 3, keep pushing, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower it down. Okay, so we're gonna do a second side of that. This time, I'm gonna give you the option to lift your chest. So head, neck, and shoulders come off the mat. Thinking more about an abdominal scoop than being in your neck, right? So when you come up, we're gonna hold. You can also just do a second set with the head down if that feels better for you. Let's float the legs, one at a time. Again, focusing on that core connection to keep the spine nice and stable. The block goes right back up against your thighs, your quads. Hands go across from that on the block. Belly pulls in and up. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift, and start to push the block. Hands to legs, legs to hands. Belly pulls in. Try to see if you can curl up a little higher. Breathe for 8. Looking at your hands for 7. For 6, get a little shake. For 5, pull the belly back and down. For 4. For 3. 2, and then go ahead and lie it down. All right, nice work. Knees go left, knees go right. We're gonna do some obliques next. So bring it back to center. belly pulls in, left leg floats, right leg floats. Block is gonna go underneath your left knee. We're gonna take it the long way now, so it's a little longer towards you. Now hold the block in place with your left hand. Put your right hand behind your head. Take a nice full inhale, and on the exhale, you're gonna scoop and lift. So again, you're looking at that left palm, and then you're gonna twist across. And you're gonna try to connect your right elbow towards the left knee. Really, it's the tricep, right, that you're kind of connecting to the block. And then the left hand goes behind the head. Now push your tricep towards your left knee and breathe. Maybe extend that right leg. And we're here for 8, 7. Lift from your core, not your neck. 6, 5, 4. Keep pushing. 3, 2, and bend the knee. Hold the block. Center and lower down. Switching sides. Block goes up against your right quadricep, right below your right knee. Hold the block in place with your right hand. Left hand behind the nape of your neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift. Scoop to come up. Make sure it's coming from the core. Twist it across. Left elbow, right knee, right? And then hands behind the head. Lift. Extend the left leg. Push for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep pushing for 3, for 2, and back to center. Hold the block. Come on down. All right, knees go left. Knees go right. Come on back to center. Nice job. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the block of the book and we're going to put it between our inner thighs. So we're really squeezing it. Walk your feet in so you get a nice tight squeeze. We still want those heels in line with the knees and the sit bones. Head will relax. Arms go down by your side. You want your heels basically underneath those knees as close as you are, a little, maybe about an inch out from the knees, right? Arms down by your side, belly pull in. Press down into your palms and your feet. Squeeze that block. Really feel your inner thighs engaged. Take a sip of air here. And then as you exhale, we're just going to lift those hips straight up. Pause at the top. And then exhale to hinge and to lower. Nice full inhale. Squeeze that block. Exhale, lift it up. Take a sip of air at the tippy top. Exhale to hinge and lower. So good. Nice full inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Pause. Take your sip of air. Hinge to lower. 2 more. Squeeze that block. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift. Keep the ribs down, but pull the belly back. And then exhale, hinge with a long spine, lower down. This is gonna be our last one. Squeeze the block. Connect. Belly in. Lift it up. Get those glutes on. Hold. Now I want you to keep your hips lifted and level here. Keep that core ignited. Keep those glutes on. And just do tiny little squeezes on that block or the book. Squeeze. 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 We're gonna be here for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold it, and then hinge to lower. Take the block out, knees go left, and then knees go right. All right, so we're gonna take the block. I'm just letting you reach it up. We're just gonna do a roll up to come up. Walk your feet a little bit further away from you. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale, chin pulls in towards the chest. You're gonna peel your spine off, 1 vertebra at a time to come up. Now what we're gonna do with this block, I'm gonna take it the long way across my mat, and then I'm gonna put my feet on the block. Now I know that your feet probably don't fit all the way onto the block, and that's okay. Scoot your hips in a little closer so that way your knees are a little closer towards your heels, and then roll back onto your back. Second set of bridging. Our feet are just gonna be a little elevated. So if you have to choose between balls of the feet and heels, you might have to play around with what feels best for you, but try to kind of have one or the other on the block, if not both. Balls of the feet or heels, and then squeeze your legs together for this one, arms down by your sides. Belly pulls in, I'm gonna go heels. You're gonna do 5. We're gonna roll the spine out, bridges, okay? So just a little closer to the block. There we go. Nice full inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail. Squeeze everything. Roll it up. Pause at the top, take your sip of air, squeezing legs in. Exhale, roll it down. Really try to lengthen the spine as you roll. Take an inhale here. Exhale, tuck that tail, roll the spine, pelvic curl to a pelvic lift. Pause. Inhale, and roll it back down. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck that tail, roll it up, squeeze the top, and then let's roll it back down. Inhale, squeeze the legs in, make sure your kneecaps are pointing to the sky. Exhale, peel, belly pulls back and down, and then roll it back down. Last one, we stay up. Nice full inhale, tuck that tail, and roll it. All right, so we're in our little pelvic lift. We're gonna dip the hips down just a touch, not all the way to the mat, about halfway down, and then we're gonna lift them back up. We're gonna squeeze the top. We inhale to lower, we exhale to lift. Just a little squeeze of those glutes at the top. Keep squeezing your legs in, and we're here for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top. Roll it down. All right, nice work, you guys. So go ahead and pull your knees into your chest. We're gonna rock up, grab the block, hold it out in front of you, shoulders down onto the ribs, and then slowly, shoulders down onto the ears, not the ribs, and then slowly come all the way down. Okie dokes. We're gonna do a couple of our series of 5 exercises. So the first one we're gonna do is called double leg stretch. You're gonna pull your knees in towards your chest. You can be in an imprinted or a neutral lower back. Just make sure that core is ignited. Now you're gonna hold the block up and you're just gonna pressing it between the heels of the hands. Set the shoulders down and back out of the ears and just a softness in the elbows. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale, you're gonna lift. Now that block is gonna come up and over the shins. We're gonna inhale, you're gonna reach the arms and legs away from center, keeping the chest lifted if you can. Then we're gonna exhale, you're gonna bend your knees wide and place the block between the knees. Then we're gonna inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, grab the block. Squeeze it between the palms, inhale, exhale. See if you can keep a nice scoop and lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Reach, curl. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and lower it down. You can just drop some sacrum circles on that lower back. One direction, and then the other. All right, second exercise we're gonna do is called single straight leg stretch. Take the legs, reach them to the sky, point the toes. Take the block, reach it up over the chest, shoulders down and out of the ears. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift. You're gonna look towards the knees. Now we're gonna take the right leg, it's gonna gently fall, not just to hover, not all the way to the earth. And then you're gonna pass the block from your right to the left behind the left leg. Switch the legs, pass left to right. Switch the legs, pass right to left. Keep moving like that, belly pulls in. You can bend your knees a little if you need to. Really try to connect to that deep scoop as you curl up. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Knees in, head down, circle out your low back. Alrighty, last exercise that we're gonna do that's part of our series of 5 is called leg lowers. We're gonna do a modified variation of leg lowers today, which means we're gonna keep our head down on the mat. Hi, Mariah. You're gonna squeeze the block between your inner thighs. Reach your legs up, point your toes, arms down, belly in. You're gonna inhale, Lower your legs about halfway. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the block the entire time. Inhale, lower, halfway. Trying to keep your low back either imprinted or neutral. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Belly in, 2 more. Keep the tailbone down. Don't let it lift. And last one. Lower. Lift. Beautiful. Feet to the floor. Take the block out. Knees go left. And knees go right. All right. Feet to the earth. Grab the block. Press it between the 2 palms. Soften through the elbows. Rest through the shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lift. Heel. Maybe you have to walk our feet out a little further. Come on. Way up. Stretch it up. Alrighty. A little bit more core work we're going to do here. So walk it in. You want your toes to point forward. Knees, heels, sit bones in the same line of energy. Grab the block. Squeeze it between your inner thighs. Root through your feet. Reach your arms forward. Back. Take a nice full inhale. And then you're going to exhale. You're going to suck the tail. Just like delivering a package. That's why my dog's going bananas. Roll. Inhale. And then exhale. Squeeze the block. Roll it up. Take your feet a little further out. Roll. Exhale. Roll it up. Stretch it up. Exhale. Roll it back. Inhale. Squeeze the block. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow it out and move up. Hey guys. It's okay, I know. Exhale. Nice work. Okay, so from here, shoulders down and back out of those ears. Tuck your tail. Start to go back about halfway. Once the back of your pelvis, kind of almost to that sacrum, is nice and flat on the mat, just hold it. Shoulders down. Keep scooping out that belly. Imagine you're holding an ice cream scoop and you're just making big scoops of abs here, right? So breathe. Shoulders down. Squeeze the block. All right, we're going to hold for 4. For 3, keep the spine nice and stable. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the gaze forward for 2. And for 1. Now we're going to twist. I'm going to take my hands together with my elbows nice and wide. Okay? Now I'm still in a C curve, meaning that my spine is rounded. You can always do this with flat back if that feels more appropriate. Let's exhale. Twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Kind of dipping and twisting with the elbow, but I'm coming from the middle of the back, thinking about my hands staying in line at the center of my rib cage, not lifting or lowering, just rotating. Last 2, and 1. All right, now I'm gonna bring my forearms down underneath my torso here. So I want my elbows right underneath my shoulders, my fingertips are pointing forward. Walk it up just a touch. Press down, belly pulls in. Squeeze the block. Now your chest is lifted. We're in more of a flat back now. Keep squeezing that block. We're gonna float the legs up into a tabletop. Knees over the hips. Keep that chest lifted. Root through the arms. Don't collapse through the shoulders. And then we're gonna hinge and tap the toes. And then we're gonna exhale and lift. You're gonna inhale, hinge and tap. We're gonna exhale, lift. Keep that chest lifted. Inhale, hinge and tap. Exhale, lift. Push down through those forearms. Really lift the heart up. Keep the gaze forward rather than up at the sky. Squeeze that block. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here. Keep that chest lifted. Squeeze that block. Now we're gonna draw 4 circles in each direction from the hips. So it's really almost like you're drawing them with the knees, but the movement is coming from that lower body. We've got 4, 3, getting a little shake, 2, so good, you guys. 1, come back to center, let's reverse. We're gonna go for a 4, for a 3, for 2, keep squeezing that block, and for 1. All right, feet to the floor. Gently walk your arms out and roll your spine down. You can pull your knees in. All right, feet go down on the floor. Take your block, press it between your palms, pull your belly in. Walk your feet out. We're gonna roll it up. Nice full inhale. Exhale, squeeze that block. Walk my feet out even further and come up. Stretch it up. All right, nice job, you guys. So we're gonna do some sideline glutes next. So lay on your left side, and then you can be on your elbow. You can kind of like tuck your left arm behind you like a little pillow. You've got lots of options here. We are gonna keep the block or the book close, okay? We're not gonna use it for the first one. You can always actually even rest your head on that if you needed to for the first few. Pull the knees in closer to the chest. Take your right leg up, okay? So I have my bottom left knee kind of in line with the hip and my right leg right stacked on top of that. To start, we're gonna do some bicycles. The idea here, our right leg is gonna stay parallel to the floor. It's gonna bend and extend in a circular motion. So we're gonna start just with the knee lifted up so that it's in line with the right sit bone, and then you're gonna pull the right knee into the chest. And then I want you to straighten your right leg out in front of you. I want you to move a straight leg back from the hip, and then I want you to bend the knee and pull it back into the chest. So we're gonna inhale as we straighten the leg, sweep it back, exhale as we bend and pull it back in. So it's 1 full circle, 1 full breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And we're gonna be here for 8. Reach through the toes. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. That's it. Try to keep the torso nice and stable for 3. Belly pulls in and up. For 2. Last 1. Pull that knee in. Reverse. Extend the right leg back long and straight on the inhale. Move a straight right leg from the hip forward. Exhale, knee in and reach back. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale in, reach back, inhale forward. You got it. We're gonna be here for 8. We're just backpedaling or reversing. For 7. For 6. Last 5, belly pulls in and up. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, lower that straight right leg down. All right, we're gonna extend the bottom left leg now. We're gonna use the block or the book. And we're gonna squeeze, again, between your inner thighs. So you're gonna wanna take it kind of the longest way so you can get it really, so it has as much area as possible there. Extend the legs, squeeze, 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 point the toes, belly pulls in. We're gonna do double leg lifts. So I've come up onto my elbow because I like to be a little more lifted for this one, but it's all the way up. It's totally up to you where you're gonna be. And then make sure your right arm is in front of you like a little kickstand so that you don't fly forward or back. We wanna stay on our side here. So make sure you have that alignment. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. I swept my legs a little bit forward so I could see them. Take a nice full inhale, and then exhale, lifting legs, and then lower. Belly pulls in, squeeze that block, exhale, lift, and then lower. So both legs are coming up. It's like you're bouncing on the left hip. Lift, and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Keep squeezing that back. So both my legs are already lifted to start. I'm just lifting them up a little higher. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Reach through the toes. Exhale, lift. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lower. Try not to get too scrunchy through the side body. You don't want to hike the hip. We want to use the obliques a little here. And then last one, squeeze that block. Lift and lower. Beautiful work, you guys. Take the block out. Last thing we're going to do, we're going to take the right leg. We're going to cross it. Let's get that book out of the way. In front of the left, so it's resting on the floor. And then I'm going to slide my left leg back, flexing my left foot so that my heel's in line with my sit bone. Belly pulls in. I'm going to lift that left leg up, and then I'm just going to keep lifting. So the left leg's floating. I want to make sure there's no rotation in the left leg. So the toes and the kneecap are pointing forward. There's no rotation in the ankle or anything like that, right? It's just the leg lifting. I'm squeezing as I lift. And I'm going to be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower it down. Nice work, you guys. Let's do a quick stretch of just that right side for now. Right ankle over that left knee. Figure 4. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind the left thigh here. Shoulders down out of the ears. If you have any knee issues, that when you do figure 4 stretch, try to flex your feet. And just breathe. Alrighty. And then slow, slow, release the stretch, left foot down, right foot crosses, grab your block, place it between your two palms, pull the shoulders down and back, squeezing the block, take an inhale, walk your feet out, exhale, roll yourself up, slow, slow, slow. It's a rounded shape until you get to the top, then you sit up nice and tall, and now we're going to swivel so that we can be on our right side. Hi, Leo. All right, so go ahead and find your sideline shape. I'm just going to tuck my arm back behind me for the first set. So shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, knees in front of the hips, stacked on top of one another. And then let's begin with that bicycle movement. Float the left leg up, make sure that it's parallel to the floor in line with the left sit bone. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Point your left toes. Inhale, reach your left leg forward, lengthen it. And then sweep it back from the hip. Exhale, pull that knee back into the chest. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale, reach it out. And all the way in. And then reach the leg back behind you. And then let's bring it forward. We're reversing. Knee in, reach it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, knee in, reach it back. Inhale. That's it. One full breath, one full circle. All right, you guys, we're here for 8. For 7. For 6. Last 5. 4. 3. Keep those toes pointed. 2. 1. So good. All right, lower that left leg down. We're going to extend the right leg as well. You want to line up your legs and feet. Make sure everything's nice and even and level. Take your block. Squeeze it between your inner thighs. Right? So the long way. And then I'm going to come up onto my elbow just like I did on the other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So you're floating your right leg a little bit up. You're bouncing on the outer right hip. Belly pulls in. Point those toes. Now we're going to float both legs up, right? Think a little bit of side body compression. Nice full inhale. And then lift on the exhale. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, lift. Try to keep that left shoulder down out of the ear. Squeeze the block. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep squeezing that block, and then slowly you can release. Nice job. Top left leg crosses in front of the bottom right leg. Right leg sweeps back so the right heel's in line with the sit bone. Dorsiflex your ankle, your foot, so that your toes are pointing forward. Now we're gonna do that little inner thigh lift. That right leg comes up, and then we're just gonna lift, 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 lift. Tiny lift, lots of squeeze. All the joints point forward, and the belly pulls in and up. That's it. Keep squeezing and keep lifting. Nice job, you guys. Getting a nice little inner thigh workout today. All right, we're gonna be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Every time I lay on my yoga mat, my dogs just think I'm inviting them to come cuddle with me on the floor. All right, left ankle over the right knee. We rolled onto our back. Okay, vamos. Sit down. We're gonna do that figure 4 stretch. Flex your feet. And then maybe you just stay with the right foot planted. Maybe you lift the right foot up or interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. You gonna bathe me? Oh, your breath is so stinky. Just breathe. Good boy. Go relax on the couch. Go relax. Go relax. Okay, folks. All right, one more breath here in this stretch. And then go ahead and uncross the ankles, place your feet on the floor. So we are going to do a second set of the core work that we did earlier with the block, which was double leg stretch, single straight leg stretch, and our leg lowers with our head on the mat. So go ahead and grab your block or your book one more time for me. Get the spine nice and long on the mat. Make sure your pelvis is either neutral or imprinted. And then reach the arms up. Push the block a little bit, shoulders down out of the ears. All right, knees to chest, either neutral or imprinted lower back. Take a nice full inhale, exhale, lift. Look at the knees. Now we inhale, the arms and the legs reach away from center. Keep that scoop and lift if you can. Exhale, bend the knees, place the block there. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, grab the block. Inhale, reach, press the block between the palms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep that scoop if you can. Belly pulls in and up. All right. Well, that happens. So, my dog just knocked over my phone. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we are going to do the second set of the single straight leg stretch. Here we go. Make sure you can see me here. All right, there we go. So, legs to the sky, toes point. And then gentle bend the knees is always okay. Grab your block, set your shoulders, belly pulls in and up. Exhale, lift. Right leg falls. Pass the block behind the left leg, right to left. Switch the legs, pass the block left to right. Switch and pass, switch and pass, switch and pass, switch and pass. Belly in. You've got this. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Feet to the floor and head will relax. All right, last thing is the lowers. We're gonna do 6 of them. So either an imprinted or neutral is fine, right? Whatever feels the best in your body. Just make sure you feel that core connection. So you're kind of trying to close that gap between the ribs and the hips. Belly pulls back and down. Arms go wide, shoulders set out of the ears, squeeze your block. Reach your legs up. Again, gentle bend in the knees is always okay. Point your toes. We're gonna inhale, you're trying to keep your spine still as you lower the legs down about halfway, squeezing the block. Exhale, lift. Keep your tailbone down. You're not trying to lift your hips or butt up off that mat. Inhale, lower, press into the palms. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 2. And 1. Ooh, get a little shake. All right, bend the knees, feet to the floor. Take the block out, hug your knees in. Draw some circles on your lower back. All righty, we're gonna rock it up to a seat. So go ahead, rock up as you're ready. Okay, so we're gonna do some arm circles. So reach your arms out, no weights or anything. Shoulders go back and down. We're just gonna do some tiny and tight circles, right? So we're gonna do 12 in each direction. We're gonna start going forward. So you're gonna start tiny circles for 12, 11, 10, 9. I want you to squeeze into the arms as you make these tiny circles for 7, 6, nice long spine, 5, 4, 3, keep reaching through the fingertips, 2, and 1, then go ahead and reverse. For 10, 9, shoulders are down out of the ears, 8, 7, core is on, spine is still, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, go the other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other direction. You've got this. Small circles reaching through the fingertips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Take the arms down. Let's flex the left palm to the left, cross the body, and then you can hook your right arm underneath it. You could look over that left shoulder and breathe. And then switch. Right arm out, crosses the body, left arm underneath the right, pulling that right arm in towards the chest, and then just look over your right shoulder. All right, and then let's go into, we're gonna do a plank. So we're gonna use this lovely block or book, whatever you got. We're gonna come into our all fours or quadruped. Block or book, it's gonna go between your inner thighs. Squeeze it. Now, palms, fists, or forearms, or standing, however you'd like to do your plank today is up to you. Spread the fingers out if you're on the palms, set the shoulders, pull the abdominals in, tuck your toes. Since we have the block, we're not gonna be able to step back 1 foot at a time, so you're gonna have to hover the knees and kind of scooch your feet back. Now, we're just squeezing the block the whole time. Keep the heels lifted, make sure all 10 toes are pushing into the earth. Pull your abdominals in. You want your back pretty long and straight here from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Keep squeezing the block. Breathe. You're either just gonna stay here just kind of in an isometric squeeze, just squeezing the whole time, or you're gonna do tiny little squeezes like pulses while you hold your plank. Belly pulls in and up. Push that floor away. Set those shoulders out of the ears. That's it. Stay active. All parts of your body. This is a full body integration exercise. So everything's working. We're going to be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Push yourself back to a down dog, or in Pilates we call this up stretch. Mount your heels down. Breathe. All right. Shift forward to your plank. Bring your knees to the earth. Block's gonna come out and we're gonna put it in front of the mat for now. And then untuck your toes, squeeze your elbows in close to your side body, and lower yourself down to the floor. All right, so scoot myself back. So we're gonna do a little bit of spinal extension. We're gonna warm up first, and then we're gonna use the block and do some little passes. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows squeezing close to your side body. Tops of the feet push into the mat. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. We're going to inhale. You're going to slowly lift the chest up. We're going to exhale, and you're going to slowly lower down. Get the legs really active, so you might even feel your kneecaps lift because your quads are so on. And exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last 2. Last one. It's called these baby swans because we're really just warming up the middle of the back with that spinal extension, making sure it's coming from the right place. Across the forearms, rest your head. So often we use just our lumbar flexibility to lift us up, but we want to think about that as a upper back strengthening exercise rather than just a lower back flexibility exercise, right? So extend those legs back behind you. All right. Next piece of the puzzle, bring your arms out like a goalpost. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders, they're just much wider. Palms press down into the mat. Get that same lower body alignment, that prone positioning. There's a slight tug of your tail so that you're really pushing the front of your pelvis, your pubic bone, into the mat. And then we're gonna inhale, and we're gonna lift the whole upper body up, including the arms this time. Again, we're moving in a range of motion that is available to us. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. And lower. And last one, inhale. And exhale, nice job. Make your pillow, turn your head, bend your knees. Feet go right, feet go left. We're just stretching. And then come all the way back to center and extend those legs. Okie dokie. So next piece of the puzzle, grab your block, press it between your 2 palms and extend your arms forward. Get the legs back behind you, point the toes, find your prone position, belly in, squeeze that block between the palms, soften the elbows, and let those shoulders melt down the back. We're gonna inhale, lift everything up off the mat, and we're gonna do just the lower body portion of swimming where we do the tiny swimming kicks. The arms and the chest will just stay slightly suspended in the air. Inhale, squeeze the block, lift up, tiny kicks. Tiny, tiny, tiny kicks. Now the kicks are coming from your glutes, the back of the legs. You're not shifting side to side, you're pointing the toes, the legs stay floating, squeeze the block, don't forget about the upper body. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. If you want to turn your head, you can. All right. Last exercise on our bellies today. We're going to lift, and then we're going to be passing the block around kind of in a circle. So we're going to pass it from one hand to the other, then we're going to pass it behind our back from one hand to the other. So a little bit of shoulder mobility here. Face forward. Chin down on the floor, take an inhale, lift everything. Or actually, let's keep the legs down for this one. Let's just do the upper body. Inhale, lift the chest. Grab the block with your left hand. Now, reach it back behind you with the straight left arm. So it's going back behind you. Now, reach your right arm back behind you. Grab the block. Right arm forward. Left arm forward. Grab the block. Now, let's do the right hand first. Grab the block with the right hand. Reach the straight right arm behind you. Reach the straight left arm behind you. And then bring it back. So you're trying to keep the spine stable. Let's do one more each side. Grab the block with the left hand, reach it back. Now the right hand reaches back. Right arm forward, left arm forward, block in the right hand, reach it back. Block in the left hand, reach it back. Left forward, right forward, lower it down. Alrighty, you guys. Hands under the shoulders, push it back. Find your child's pose. Breathe. Just let that low back lengthen and stretch for a few more breaths. All right. And then let's come all the way up. Alrighty, you guys, you made it to stretches. Sit back down, release those shoulders. And then we're just gonna do a little side bending. Left hand to the left side of the left hip. Right arm up to the ceiling. Push your right sit bone down as you reach up and over with the right arm. And then come back. Right hand down. Left arm up and over on the exhale. Stretch it through the side body. Oh God, it's so hot. My dogs are calming it down a little here with the warmth. Arms go wide. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, go up and over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, up and over to the right. Reach it back. All right, let's lengthen out the hamstrings a little. Take your right leg long. Left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Push your sit bones down. Square yourself to the right leg. Lift the heart up. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale. You're going to round forward. Forehead towards your right knee. Try to keep the right leg long. We're just trying to open up that leg, that hamstring. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, see if you can go a tiny bit deeper into the stretch. Also stretching out that QL on the left side of your body here. One more breath. And then slowly peel it up, stack it up, and let's switch. Left leg long, right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Square yourself to that left leg, flex your toes, lift the heart. Exhale, reach it forward, round it forward, forehead to the knee. There's always that one side that just feels so tight, and that's gonna be my left hamstring today. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into the stretch. It's just a tiny bit. There's no need to push anything. Breathe. One more breath here. And then slowly, slowly go ahead and stack yourself back up to a seat. Cross your ankles. Sit up tall, shoulders down and back out of the ears. We're gonna inhale the arms up to the ceiling. We're gonna exhale, you're gonna open the arms wide, press them back and down. 2 more, inhale, reach it up. You can look up here if you'd like, and then exhale, open, press it back and down. Last one, inhale it up. Exhale, open, and bring it back and down. All right, you guys, we're done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend.